This should be a quicker reaction video. I went on to Al Smith's video about a video store closing down, and this video store uh, was much like Blockbuster Video. It was a it was much like Blockbuster. You had tapes, you had DVDs, Blu-rays, 4K all day, every day, and it was closing down. And everybody showed their support to buy up all of his goods for his last day. And Al Smith was talking about Ghostbusters, well, not Ghostbusters. We talking about Dan Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd had bought uh, one of his movies from the video store, but he was talking about the good old days being gone, that people used to hang out and talk to each other. People used to hang out and meet up. And I said, when I went to McDonald's, they had kiosks everywhere, right? But they've had kiosks for the last, I would say, as early as when Trump announced his presidency for 2016. Probably that's how long those kiosks at McDonald's have been. But it wasn't until like last month that they imposed them. So even though there are people there in person, when you walk into a McDonald's, you still have to go to a fucking computer. Because I guess corporate says you have to use the computers. Now, I talked about that being an issue. Because Carl's Jr. doesn't do that. Burger King, I don't think, does that. I know Jack in the Box doesn't do that. Wendy's. So just McDonald's kind of forces the computer on you. And then I was talking about how you can't go to a Blockbuster or Tower Records is gone. And then there's a red box vending machine for rental movies. So you don't have a store, you have a rental, you have a vending machine, like when you get your Pepsis and shit. A movie comes out of the machine and then you have to return it within so many days, which is silly, but that's how it works. So you have a red box, you have all kinds of stuff, and the only way you can really hang out and talk to people is either at a comic book store, which you don't see much of anymore, or you have to go to a convention. You have to go, like Frank and Sons, I think admission is free, but conventions, mostly you have to pay for admission. In downtown Los Angeles, there's the Last Bookstore, there's a DVD vault, so you might be able to go to certain places, but that's certain places. You have to go to mom and pop, small businesses to find things, because now everything's automated. I mean, you don't see many DVDs at Target anymore. Things are being phased out. Things are phased out at Best Buy. So now I got into that, and then somebody brought up AI. Oh, there's an AI generated restaurant. So I've not seen these videos yet. There's 2 videos I want to look at. I'm going to react to these, which automated AI restaurant opens in California. It runs things. So I said, do you have a video that supports that? They said, oh, just look it up. I'm like, okay. So I have to do all the work, but that's the way it is. When you're a YouTuber, you have to do it all yourself. So this one and then this one, and that's all I'm going to react to.
Attack. It's not easy taking out the trash. That's why you need strength that's anything but ordinary.
Well, the robots have
keep apologizing to China there, John Cena.
California. That's where the world's first ever fully autonomous AI-powered restaurant has opened, complete with burger flipping bots. We sent CBS's Joy Benedict on a taste test.
What is this shit?
Flippy the chef makes Spud
Flippy the chef. Oh shit.
This automated grill gives the meat its sizzle as this restaurant goes robotic.
For this burger, it would take about 120 seconds.
Cali Express.
What? 2 minutes. Just say 2 minutes, you inbred.
Eatery. There's new technology outside the kitchen too. A cheeseburger. Order kiosks use facial recognition to remember you, your favorite food, and how you like to pay.
No.
Watch the robots work. No humans required.
We can't get enough people to come out to work on fryers and grills and their dangerous jobs. And this.
You clearly have not met a Mexican, have you?
62% of restaurants report being understaffed. Industry experts say most of those unfilled jobs could be done.
Maybe be nice to your employees, like Universal Studios. Maybe be nicer to people.
$20 an hour.
If you treat them like family, they'll keep coming back to work.
A wealth management firm.
Once the minimum wage went to 20, That's the bell going off. More and more focus on spending on AI. Because look, that's inflationary. That's the problem.
Oh, he's probably right.
Flippy can cook 250
Once you have that money, that's it.
Hour. The burger bought 100 patties.
These restaurants are very, very busy at peak times, and every second that gets added to somebody waiting in the drive-thru is a lost revenue opportunity for that restaurant.
Is it costing people their jobs?
That's the woman that slept with the mayor, Antonio Villaraigosa. I believe that's her.
Humans at Cali Express.
No, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that's not her.
For customers,
I think it's somebody else from KTLA 5. She slept with the mayor.
Is it going to affect the quality and the taste?
I would say yes, in a good way, because now each burger is being cooked precisely the same way every time.
Well, I think we've seen enough of this shit. I gotta tell you, that hurt my head. Okay, let's look at this one, and then I'll give you my final thoughts.
Excuse me, would you mind taking a picture of us? An autonomous restaurant will soon be opening in Pasadena.
The new burger joint, Cali Express, is anything but utilizing the world's first.
Is taking a different approach.
Tossing the fries.
Which is a restaurant in.
So what is it? Is it like a one-person job, you think?
Relying heavily on artificial intelligence and these guys.
I'm thinking of that Star Trek episode. You know a Star Trek episode?
It's a very friendly, helpful robot.
There's quite a few of them here. A big one that makes the hamburgers, another one makes the fries, a couple of other robots, they set the holiday mood. Now, keeping them chugging along is AI, even letting you pay with your face.
So it scans your face?
Yes. The answer to that question should have been no, but the folks here at Cali Express see AI not only as a tasteful dining option, but an economical one as well. They don't call it to a human in California.
$4,000 for this shit.
$20 an hour starting next year.
It's quite a bit cheaper than funding a few full-time staff.
And those savings, they say, also allowing them to use some really fancy meat in their burgers.
Wagyu? Wagyu not.
But don't worry, there will still be people working at Cali Express, adding that human touch.
There's still humans who will pack the food, somebody to assemble, package them, and actually be the friendly face to the customer.
The folks at Cali Express are hoping those customers,
for now,
once they get a taste of their burgers,
that is a good burger,
will be saying this.
I'll be back. Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube.
You can fuck off. So yeah, there's a lot of narratives here. You could say, well, there's the narrative of the company wanting to save money. All companies want to save money. Anytime you don't have to spend money, that's fine. But at some point, money has to be spent to create the resources to save money later on, and then rinse and repeat this vicious cycle. The trick is, when do you start spending that money? And here they're spending the money on the robots. And then there's a narrative of engineers. If you're studying in engineering, mechanical engineering, and computer engineering, then you might have a job in this. That's if you get hired, because they'll say, okay, because somebody has to maintain those machines. If the person in charge, like the guy you saw in the first video, is a complete dummy and he doesn't know anything, he doesn't know volts from volts. Okay, if he doesn't know ohms from orbs, or resistance from, I don't know, resisting arrest. If he doesn't know how circuit boards work and microchips and Turbo C++ from a turbo racing, then he doesn't know anything, then it's going to be a problem, okay? You got to have engineers, you got to have people running these things. So there are people in that restaurant. I'm not sure if it's the same exact place, but I think it might be the same place. But if it is, the way he told is that it's just machines running things. But yeah, the kiosks, okay? The human interaction's gone. I'll tell you, I had that job at McDonald's, Speedy's. I don't miss it. If it wasn't my coworkers being assholes, it was the people who were like looking for a fight, taking that I take their orders and shit. The customers were assholes. Yeah, it's sad, but what can one do? What should one do? In some ways it's good, in some ways it's not. I think that you could have split it. I think that's the best way to do things, is to split it. Here's the thing. I said, as I yelled over the TV, if you just treat the people with respect, the people that come in, don't treat them like assholes, they will come back to work. if my supervisor wasn't a cocksucking shitty piece of shit, I would have still been working at Universal. I would have had a better job at Universal. I would have been working at the tram stations. I would have done anything to have a better experience at Universal Studios. But when you treat people like numbers, oh, you're gonna find the fuck out how quickly they will quit, or they should quit. Now, some people have babies, some people have wives and children, or husbands and children. They can't just tell you to go fuck your mother and quit the job. I can, but they can't. So that's an unfortunate spot for them. So even if whether or not there's technology, they have to work there. Okay. Um, Nick's Burgers, that's by my house, is gone. Partially because I think the meat was dry. And you can still have a poor restaurant of food. The robots cannot select the food. The humans not go to the market. If it's a small business, they go to the market. If it's a large business, then there's trucks pulling up, and they have to make sure that that meat is fresh, that the lettuce is fresh, the produce, the bread, that it can't be shit. I remember I got in trouble because I was gonna throw out bread that was moldy, and I got yelled at by a customer, and this bitch, who was my supervisor or my manager, she gave me that look like, how dare I? But look, it was green bread. It wasn't. It should not have been made. Somebody put that moldy bread and wrapped it up and stuck me with that. Fuck that person. I still remember that. I got PTSD up the ass. He put that moldy bread burger and wrapped it up and gave it to me to give to the guy. The guy was like, "Hey, buddy, hey, what's this shit, man? Hey, what's that?" Like, changed his tune. You watch everything, okay? Because you have to. Because when people try to act nice with you, that means they're going to act like assholes later on. So, I look like an idiot. I look like the bad person because I was the one that gave him the hamburger. So, can you understand Pappy's impulsive decision to go and throw out that bread? Because it was moldy and those assholes gave me the bad hamburger. I should have yelled at them going back to 2006 because that's when I worked that job. I have a long memory, including, yes, Captain Creeply, you're blocked. Ian Eggplant, you're blocked. Bag of Sands, you're blocked. Yeah, you motherfuckers are blocked. You're no different than those people that I had to go and serve at McDonald's. So yeah, you're all blocked. Try that bullshit again, and you're going to get blocked on my channel. Anybody who tries to write creepy comments, you get blocked. Okay? So yeah, shitty service, working at a bad place. And I think overall, I think technology is necessary, but don't try to save money and completely replace the people. Remember, good technology, good service, good leadership, and your business will last forever, virtually, until the sun eats the earth, okay? If you do that, you'll be fine, okay? But don't try to think that this is going to replace everything. Because if you don't have a good engineer, if you don't, McDonald's and like Burger King, right? Jack in the Box, they'll have corporate engineers who are there to say, okay, let me call. Okay, can you get Mike to come down? The arm for the fries isn't working right. And if the arm isn't working right, what are you gonna say? Oh, we don't have fries. Like, what are you gonna do then? There's all kinds of problems. And there's all kinds of positives, and there's all kinds of problems. But look at the problems first, and then the positives. That's what I would do. All right, so that's my reaction to this shit. Time to move on. If you have a job like this and you have no kids and no wife, time to get a better fucking job.